Well, good. Well, I'm excited to talk about this book that you wrote. And let me again mention the title. So it's Leadership, God's Agency, and Disruptions, and the subtitle is Confronting Modernity's Wager, which is a really interesting subtitle. Why don't we start by just kind of unpacking that subtitle? What does that mean? Confronting Modernity's Wager.
Yeah, this came out of some of Alan's writing on the Journal of Missional Practices website, which is kind of a North Atlantic, it's UK, North America online journal on a lot of these same issues. And Alan and I then increasingly worked with it after he initiated this. Modernity's Wager is a several centuries long development, but it ends up with with the habits that we currently have in the church around what we call technocratic rationalism. The Enlightenment, this is Pascal's framework. Modernity's wager is that life can be lived well without God. Mm-hmm. That we really just, as humans, with the materiality of what's around us, have all that we need. And in fact, that's all that we can substantiate. It's all that we can have confidence in. As Christian leaders, what we're saying is that's inadequate. But we're living in a context where that's the norm. That has shaped the house we live in. That's shaped the concepts we lived in. So even when people use deistic language, God did these things in the past, or they even have confidence of the scriptures describing old events, or they can even talk about God's purposes, which still is something God revealed in the past. None of that necessarily then says God is active among my neighbors, in my streets, in the doings of society right around me and them. And so modernity's wager is we can live life well without God. And the leadership modes that the church is adopting are all totally embedded in that kind of technocratic rationalism of modernity's wager. Yeah. And so that's the framework that we say unconsciously, usually, and even sometimes with God language, church leaders just consistently live inside those leadership theories.